Hello, everybody. As to gravitational report, I'm looking at the charts, the energies. Kind of like a little bit of repetitions from today's, but tomorrow is going to be more interesting on certain areas. That throughout the day, there's going to be a little bit of calm down. That's like after the today's afternoon storm. So divine energies, divine debates from the morning, old energies, new energies, everything that was all mixed up within yourself. You're looking at actually within the mix. You're looking at how to organize yourself. And tomorrow, these energies actually they're gonna begin to work. But there's gonna be a lot of divine messages coming into you. But be careful with the messages with other. The moon is in Sagittarius, and since the moon is in Sagittarius, if she has a negative aspects, this can lead you to messages they're not right, things that are sent not correct. There is a things out there that is not quite like okay. So during the day, the energy is going to rise up. There's going to be a situations, but the moon, a little bit in the afternoon, she's going to be having a divine energies with Uranus. There's going to be a sudden changes, sudden informations, sudden aha moments, sudden downloads. For some of you, so this is going to be going the both way because it's going to be coming in your intuition. But here's the thing: 6, 7, and 8 o'clock p.m. There's going to be a huge interference from within the divine energies. And I want to be specifically talking about that when the time comes in the astrogravitational report. And when we're talking about all this, by 10 o'clock, the energy is going to be a little bit hectic. But at 11 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be at Virgo. And there's going to be divine energy towards the Sun, Jupiter, and Chiron, which is mean that healing the old past wounds and you develop the authority from yourself to heal. This is going to be a very good day tomorrow. Use it wise and let's go and dive in within the energies. Okay. Hi, Sonia. Thank you. Hello, Dio. Being in your life. Thank you for sharing. All you guys, welcome. I'm glad that this knowledge, insight, and the energies are helping the people, and I'm satisfied with that. So we are going to be talking about like what I was talking about. The day is going to be ending with that divine energies from midheaven that's going to be at Virgo. There's going to be particularly towards the Sun and Jupiter. There's going to be some good energies during this time. For but early in the morning, you're probably going to wake up with energies like you feel a little bit blah. Yeah, you might feel this energy specifically talking about 8 and 9 o'clock energies in there. But at 7 o'clock, the moon, it's going to be a divine energies with Mercury. Just a little bit before that, the moon was in divine energies with the North Node, and the ascendant is in the North Node. You're going to be waking up with looking up into your destiny, what is going on with your current life, with your current karma, with the current situations that are going on in life. What is the reality? If you're not in the place that you were supposed to be, what happened? If you're in the place to be, what right did you do? So all this is going to be triggered early in the morning for those who doing the right things. You are understanding the situations inside of you that it's coming in because the moon that is in Sag, it is actually a beautiful divine energies with Mercury. You're going to get the divine messages about this. The moon it's also trining the Sun and Jupiter and Chiron, which is supporting that personal growth, the intuitions finally learned the things that you needed to learn to Scorpio. And right now, this is going to be like the time when the people is going to be expressing themselves. Be careful with the expressions and what are you thinking about the expressions or self-talk is the most. Midheaven, it's at 18 degrees of Capricorn. Work, yeah. Some of you is going to go to work, and some of you is going to be looking at the inside of the work. or looking at the situations, what's going on. Mainly the focus is going to be focused within Mars and the Sun and Jupiter. We're talking about the masculine energies inside of it. What did you do? How did you do? Did you use the right masculine energies? Did you learn how to use your masculine energies from what you knew? Did you learn and purge some of those energies? And that is going to be connecting because midheaven at 18 degrees it is opposing Mars. That is still in Cancer. Cancer is the family. So everything that goes negative towards Mars, try not to wake up with facing the pillow. Imagine yourself facing the pillow. Where is your rear end? All the way up. So don't take the life at your rear ends, guys. Trying to be more funny within this, but to some of you, this is going to be actual cases. So look inside of you. But Pluto is in a beautiful trine with Uranus and things. I mean, the midheaven, it's a beautiful trine with Uranus, and that's going to be kind of like a leading you to see what the universe has for you. So this is going to be the energy at 7 o'clock in the morning. At 8 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with Pluto. Beautiful, beautiful double energy towards Venus that it is about to cross within Gemini. You're going to feel the energy that it's coming. It's like you kind of like a feeling of like this material stuff, these material situations is and I got it. I know what you need to do. I know what is going on with this. And now I want to have the friendships. I want to be focused within the friendships, first of all, within myself. This is going to be a very beautiful timing because Pluto is helping Venus to transitions of this material focus with the dealing with material situations, maybe with moving to new places, moving to new situations for, and so on, into the love within the friends, the acquaintances, friendshipness, and so on. Those are the people that are actually you're going to be have to work within beautiful time because this is going to be a very beautiful time for our meeting that we're going to meet at Miami. So during these energies, midheaven with Pluto is also sextiling Neptune, beautiful visions. Venus is sextiling Neptune, is again beautiful, beautiful visions, and together with the ascendant, this is just a beautiful, beautiful energies. If something doesn't go within your life, you need to understand the only person, the only energies that currently are stopping you. Okay, that is Pluto. Pluto says you're not transformed, you're not changed, you cannot. Even if you, this is like you wanted to drive a Ferrari and you just got a driver license with only like a 2 months in experience, and you want to drive a Ferrari. Pluto is like, nope, I'm not giving you the Ferrari. Why? First of all, you don't know how to drive regular car. How come I'm going to give you the drive a spaceship? It's not going to happen. And that is a what this could be for some of you because Pluto, it is squaring the North Node and it's also squaring Mercury, which is talking about communications. Be careful with these communications. You need to learn how to when to talk and when to zip at your mouth. So that is a this midheaven is going to teach you to take a new approach for some of you. And talking about 9 o'clock, things gonna get a little bit intense. That is it because midheaven goes into Aquarius. There is at 17 degrees 17 minutes. For some of you, you need to learn the 1717 what this is. I don't know for who that is, but for some of you, probably yes. It just hits me in the head. But that 17 degrees, okay, it is a absolute square with the 17 degrees, 17 minutes Uranus. So for those of you, this is going to be like universe learning lessons, learning situations. And a midheaven is opposing Lilith, that it's still in Leo. She's still there. You have to grow the darkness. You have to grow within there. See to get out of that darkness. But first, you're there. You have to realize that you are there. So, talking about these energies, the ascendant is at 11 degrees of Gemini is going to be opposing the moon. So be careful there. Right friends, right friendships, right communications in there. or this is going to be like, yeah, it's only me. You guys know, if you're Sag, you're the VIP at the meeting, at the gathering, and so on. And if you are not at the VIP and somebody else is, you're like, oh, come on, take this guy or take this girl, or and so on, just so you can make it look good. Be careful with these energies during this time, okay? Because this is a duality energies and so on. If someone comes into you with aggravated energies, it just stays away, okay? Please, guys, stay away from all this. So later on at 10 o'clock, the energies is changing. It's going to be calmed down. If you guys can hear the sound, the song Calm Down, it's not a commercial time, but just to learning. Midheaven is together with Saturn, the karmic ruler, and Pisces. You kind of like learning through the mysteries, you kind of learning through the situations. That's going to be affecting, and it's been continued to affecting Mars. Okay, and of course somebody's calling me, but I can't talk right now for it, and we'll pay attention to later on to this person. But we're talking about these energies with midheaven with Saturn. That is at the time where you kind of like damn, it's a karmic lesson. It's a situations in there. I have to look and I have to see to remind you that that is a connecting with, if you in the negative energies, that is a connecting with Venus. Venus and Saturn, to remind you, that is a self limitations of love. It through the self limitations of love, you're learning how to love yourself. Okay, Saturn is the karmic teacher that teaches love. But since it is squaring Venus, and Venus is like, oh, I don't want to learn. I will do it on my own. I'm going to find my own way. I don't need a teacher. Well, this is a immaturity. And that's what this aspect, anytime I see it in a chart and a personal readings when I do, boy, some of the people have that issues in there. And they are asking why I don't understand love, why I don't know what real love is. That is the one of the aspects that you're going to learn. And a midheaven, when it comes with Saturn, that is about to point out. Maybe there is a portion of the love understanding from within you. You have to pay attention from within. But as I said, Venus is moving, is preparing to go into Gemini. Ascendant is in Gemini, who's also in trine with midheaven and Saturn. That is going to help you to managing all those energies that are coming in within. Hey, Matthew, glad to see you here, buddy. By the way, to all of you, happy resurrections, happy Easter, guys, for it, for those who celebrates there. And at 11 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be at Pisces. There's going to be some kind of like a very interesting wings. Let me tell you why they're interesting. Okay, those are wings, they're a little bit higher. They're not like normal wings we're talking about, but they're kind of like this, and it creates these triangles of the wings, which is they are inter exchanged, but they're made it for two intensive aspects, which is a squares. There is a combined trines, and there is a two divine aspects. So during this time, I'm talking about 11 o'clock, midheaven, there is at 18 degrees. It's going to be in divine energies with Lilith, that is in 20 degrees. And at this time, the moon, that is at 14 degrees, begins to have the divine energies with Uranus. We're talking about these sudden changes. But both the moon and the Lilith, those are the feminine energies. The one is the intuitions, the other one it's the lower self of the feminine energies. They are both trining the sun and Jupiter. They are together with the 20 degrees and 21st degree of Aries. And also nearby them, it's Chiron. That is talking about authority of healing. Okay, so you have those three energies that are going to be present to you, kind of like three choices. What are you going to do? You're going to be taking the hard way, you're going to be taking the flow way of the intuitions, or you're going to find the divine guidance, which is that's going to be involved the inner work of midheaven with Lilith, and it's going to be involved the inner work with the divine through the universe, through Uranus, that gives you messages to the moon. So it's going to be a very interesting energies of 11 o'clock. That doesn't happen kind of like a very often for it. Matthew, because you are an astrologer, I suggest you to go ahead and look at it at 11 o'clock in the morning, what I'm talking about, and you will see it loud and clear. So that energy at 12 o'clock is going to be changed in there. At 11 o'clock, midheaven goes into Aries. There's going to be a square towards Mars. Some of it's going to be probably not happen with the choices that you made in the previous hour. Be careful with these energies. Ascendant is at 22 degrees of Cancer. It begins to square Pluto. But overall, the rest of the energies are pretty good. They're looking pretty okay in there. Talking about this energies with the Sun and Jupiter and Chiron towards the Moon and Lilith are pretty good for healing the feminine energies inside. But the divine energies from Uranus towards the Moon, they are going to be continue going on for a while. So you might be begin a lot of 5D, you might be begin a lot of messages, downloads, and energies that later on they are going to be helping you to overcome issues from within, especially if you're dealing with things that you have to evolve. So at 1 o'clock midheaven, it's actually point out the issues that it's going on in there. This is like the authority, Jupiter, and the inner work are coming in together, and you have to work with the moon. You need to understand within the astrology, the sun represents the father, the moon is representing the mother. But all this energy is actually it's connecting to Lilith. So there could be something that you have to deal with a person with feminine energy or feminine that mother and father they have to comes in and work within the feminine energy that it's lost, that it's a manipulative and so on, which is Lilith. It is most likely to be finally to get into the bottom of this and heal it once and for all. The reason is because Chiron is right there. This is a Chiron Sun, Jupiter, and a midheaven. This is it. Let's heal this. Let's have the authority to take the authority over ourselves. Let grow from all this, and let's do this inner work. Because all this is happening where? In the fire signs. This is a areas which is I have to do on myself. Okay, we can show you the road, but you have to do it in yourself. You don't know what the road is? We'll give you the map. Oh, you don't know how to read? We're going to teach you how to read. But you have to do everything yourself. And that's what these new energies are talking about from within. Kind of like begin to mature within yourself. Ascendant is at 4 degrees of Leo. He's going to be kind of like giving you directions of like, well, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Well, I don't want to change. That's going to be direct oppositions with Pluto, and that is going to be squaring the North Node and Mercury. I don't want to talk about it, and I'm going to stand against myself in the situations. So be mindful of what you see, because what you see right now, it's only energy that comes towards you. That is not the energy that you actually have to work with. What you have to work with, it is the healing energies that it's present for you. That's where the midheaven is. So at 2 o'clock midheaven, it stands right between the North Node and Mercury. That is going to be a squares with Pluto. You're probably going to understand certain things. It's not going to happen in your life. Certain things is not coming in. Why? You didn't learn things. You learn situations. Something that Pluto says not now. He didn't say you're not going to get it, but he says not now. And the ascendant that it's together with Lilith, that is at 16 degrees, the ascendant, it's pretty much together with the ascendant that it's 20 degrees. They are both squaring the midheaven and Mercury. If I was you, I will look at it, no communications at this time with people, aggravations, and so on, because all these transformations is going to be like, well, you don't change, so I'm going to be working with you. Oh, you're like this, so you don't help me, so I don't want to be working with you. All these kind of like things can comes in, can rise up, especially because midheaven and the north node at Taurus don't fight for material things. It's useless. Okay, material things come and goes. What's you doing in the material world? What are you creating in the material world? That is a whole another story. So this is what is going to be this energies right there. And the moon is also trining the ascendant. That's going to be a beautiful fire trine. We're talking about to get the fire of doing the things from within. This is going to be the fire, whether the intuition, whether the vision that it's coming in, and the authority with the Jupiter and Chiron working together. Guys, beautiful. If you take those beautiful energies, you may gonna be clearing a lot of things out of your system, out of your energy, baggage that is not yours, energies that you don't need anymore, connections that you don't need anymore, ties that only prevent you to not move forward. Okay. So at 3 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at 20 degrees of a Leo. That's going to begin to be having the yacht. That it's a very beautiful yacht. That is going to be between Pluto and Neptune. Talking about the divine wisdom that was learned during the Leo season in the back, it actually comes back to you and talks to you. It's like, hey, this is for how you need to become a wise king, wise queen. You need to learn that it's a divine energy. It's using the right authority. Everything you're getting is because the authority from above. Are you appreciating the authority from above? When they are doing good to you, do you appreciate them? When that's going bad, what's going on? Why they're bad? What are they trying to teach you? So all this is going to be triggers at that positions. And Venus, it's right on the cusp. She's already at 29 degrees, 32 minutes, and it's going to have some square with that ascendant. That is it, that you appreciate the love that you've been giving or you're not. So there's going to be a triggers for some of you in there, especially if you have to do with wounded inner child from within, which is Leo. It's represents the fifth house, the children's in there. Or if you are working with kids, with your own child, and so on. Okay. Hi, Diamond B. Thank you for being here. And talking about 4 o'clock, the things is going to be a little bit of calm down. And who is calm down is the energies in the zodiac signs. Libra. Not Libra, but Virgo. Hi, Paulina. Thank you for the Easter bunny. I appreciate it. And talking about the Virgo, yeah, it shows up in there. Yeah, I can laugh on this because the ascendant is at 10 degrees of Virgo, and it's got a beautiful trine towards Mercury and Uranus. It's like, hey, calm down. Let's talk. Let's fix the situations. Let's see what's going on here. And that ascendant is going to do the same job as like yesterday. It's going to be beautiful sextile with Mars, and that Mars is going towards Saturn. So through the masculine, to the divine masculine energies in there, you are going to be learning the lesson. Otherwise, you're fighting with the teacher. Don't fight with the teacher. The teacher has no intentions to fight with you unless you are fighting with the teacher. And the ascendant there is at Virgo will have some kind of like energies like this, kind of like arguing. Okay, and that arguing, it's making two squares and a one oppositions, and that forming the letter Z, like zip it. Okay, that's what I call it, zip it, because it's coming from the midheaven and Venus there together towards Saturn. There is a square in there. So picture like this. Here is the midheaven and Venus, and they're squaring Saturn right here. And Saturn says, like, no, you haven't learned lessons. No, that's not happening. But here is the ascendant that it's opposing Saturn. And right in here on the bottom portion of the Z, it is the moon, which is the emotions. So from the emotions, you see what's going on. You go against the teacher. It's like, no, teacher, you're not right. And it's like, yeah, you haven't learned everything. Can you tell me I'm not right? Okay. But the other side of the energies that is say like, okay, let's talk, let's figure all the things out, let's look at the situations from within. That is the beautiful energies they are coming. And you take in the divine masculine approach, not like a fighter, but you take in the divine masculine approach, that you are like, okay, maybe there is something I don't know. Maybe I need to go ahead and listen to the teacher. Let me learn the lesson in there. I've been learning a lot. I've been understanding a lot. Been going through a lot. And to remind you, Saturn is a karmic ruler. You don't listen to karma. Karma repeats itself until you learn the lesson. But that ascendant is going to be giving you the visions of this. Midheaven, it's a 6 degrees of Gemini. There's going to be a beautiful sextile between Venus and midheaven with Pluto. Whoa, changes. Yes, transforming within the love, transforming within the inner work from within yourself to be your best friend. It's going to be a great next month learning about all this. Talking about month of Venus, okay? When a Venus shifting, it's pretty much 1 month and to depends on it because sometimes go forward, backwards. Okay, so at 5 o'clock, midheaven is going to be staying at right at 20 degrees of Gemini. The ascendant that is in Virgo at 22 degrees. That is going to be divine energy within the authority, the Jupiter and Chiron. Here we go. You see, this is what you need to heal. This is what you need to focus on. There's a beautiful kinds formations in there. There is still the divine energies with the moon, but the ascendant is opposing Neptune and it's still squaring the moon. Be careful your emotions not to overcome the visions that maybe are not yours, maybe the visions of duality, maybe the situations within duality. Be careful with the people who surround you. Not everyone thinks about what they say. So be careful with those energies because midheaven it's opposing the moon and the ascendant is squaring Neptune, and Neptune is squaring midheaven and the moon. All that talks about like maybe stay away from, be kind of like a lookout for manipulations or some sort of things like this. Hey, Blue Swans, thank you for coming in. Happy Easter to you too, guys. Okay, so here is 6 o'clock, it's coming. The ascendant is at 4 degrees of Libra. This is what I was talking about the beginning of these intense energies. Actually, they're going to be intense all over the place, but it's going to have some less intense energies than compared to more divine and more free flow energies there. There's going to be another Z in there that's going to be coming from Mars, who is at 8 degrees of Cancer, towards the ascendant at 4 degrees, which is a square. Ascendant at 4 degrees, it's going to be squaring Neptune, which is visions again, and the moon, it's squaring Neptune. So be careful with the intuitions that sees the wrong visions, that gives the wrong visions to what's coming up to you, and you get fired up with Mars because Mars is together with midheaven. This is one of the things that you may hear something and you're acting on something that is not true. This is why you got to be very careful of the previous hour. What the heck you are listening to? What the heck is going on? And what is it? What it's all around? Because it may look like, but maybe it's not it. What it is. So, but the energies at 6 o'clock, midheaven, and the Mars, the beautiful trines with Saturn, a beautiful sextiles in there with Mercury and the North Node. Ascendant that is in Libra. That is a beautiful trine with Venus, and it helps her with her transitions into Gemini. Beautiful trine in there. There is a beautiful divine energies with the North Node, and is a beautiful divine energies with Saturn. Talking about karmic lessons balance from within. This is where the balancing of karma is coming. Okay, to some of you may receive the good, bad, ugly karma, whatever it is, but it's balance. And that's what you have to look within. The ascendant also is a beautiful trines with Pluto, and together there is a beautiful trine that it's forming right now between Venus, Pluto, and the ascendant. You see what you need to transform with your understanding about love from within. It's a beautiful inner work transformations that is coming into the horizon for you. This might happen later on overnight, because overnight the midheaven is going to be at Libra exactly on that point. You might get in a waking calls from above, or you're going to have some 5D dreams. You may have some 5D situations from within yourself. Be mindful. There is all about to be things about to be balanced. That is it, the most energy at 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock, the ascendant, it's still at Libra, midheaven, it's at Cancer. But here is what going on right now. There is yachts, they are coming in and they're crossed. What I'm talking about crossed, there is a like a baseline, and the two of them they're crossed, and there's another divine line there. Midheaven at 18 degrees, which is the work that you do at the family. That is that about family. It goes into the moon, which is the mother, the intuitions, the grace, the softness from within. That divine energy, it is going into Uranus from the moon. And from Uranus, it goes into the ascendant. Basically, that energy is going to show you the road of what it needs to be done. Now, since you see the visions there as an ascendant, which is in Libra, you're going to go to the universe, to Uranus, and it's going to say what I need to do. And Uranus tells you, hey, darling, here's what you need to do, and gives you the informations into the moon, has been doing all day long. And now that divine energies is actually working out within family. Maybe you have a family situations, maybe you have to heal family things, family energies, but that's what is going to be beautiful divine energies there, interchange from within. Midheaven, it's in a beautiful sextile with Uranus, and but careful there, because the ascendant there, it's at 15 degrees. There's going to be a square towards 18 degrees of midheaven, and it's going to be opposing the authority, the Chiron, and Jupiter. This is going to be like the stubborn people who do not appreciate their authority, appreciate situations, they're looking at them. They're fighting for within, and there will be no balance. Okay, but if you catch the divine energies, you're going to be finding the answers why there is no balance. Specifically, the ascendant is sextile with the moon, and the moon has a trine with the authority, Jupiter, and so on. As you see it, the moon is going to be leading a pretty good everything at this time of the hour. That is your intuitions that tell you what is right, what is wrong, and what you need to do, work on it, what you have to grow from within. All right, so here comes at 8 o'clock. The energies are all over the place. Midheaven, it goes at 2 degrees of Leo. That is opposing Pluto. You kind of like learning things that you have to do, and it's like, no, nope, nope. I don't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to grow. I don't want to mature. I don't want to be getting in this. I'm going to be standing everything on against it because I don't want to do it. And hear what's going on about these energies. Okay, we are going to have a lot of presence. Pretty much, they're like the three energies are kind of like equal at this time. Okay. First of all, midheaven, there is at 2 degrees of Leo. It's going to be opposing Pluto, like of transformations. Ascendant is at 27 degrees of Libra. That is going to be squaring Pluto. So midheaven, the inner work says I cannot transform, and Pluto says if you can't transform, there is no balance. And you're asking yourself why there is no balance, and Ascendant is in oppositions with the Sun, the Jupiter, and the Chiron. I'm not appreciating authority. I don't take this growth, and I don't want to heal these situations from within. And you go back into that. The authority says, why not? And you're like, well, because I don't want to balance, because the balance is what I see it should be. Then you're moving to that transformations. Pluto says, like, go see your inner work from with yourself. You haven't matured, you haven't healed the inner child because it's a work within Leo. And the midheaven, it is squaring, guess what? Mercury and the North Node. You're not doing your work with the communications. You may have karma situations from within. But another sign, if you take the energies of the other sign, the inner work, midheaven is in divine energies with Saturn. Karmic lessons in there? Yes, they are. You're going to have also from midheaven a trine with Neptune. You see the right visions from within. And a midheaven is sextiling Venus, and Venus right now, it is sextiling Neptune, and she's also in trine with Pluto. You see, if you see the transformations, the need for transformations, and the benefits of that transformations that's going on from within yourself, things are going to be moving the right way. And you're going to see it because ascendant at 27 degrees is in divine energies with Venus, and at the same time is in divine energies with Neptune. So you're going to see the right way of the love from within. And since the moon is still in divine energies with Uranus, this is going to be helping you to make this faith, this leap of faith of change, of leap of faith you to change, to transform. Once you transform, though, that little change of mind is going to help you to bigger results within your life. So talking about 9 o'clock, the things are kind of like, okay, I got it. Let's balance things out. Let's get the things out in there. Midheaven, it's a 17 degrees, 47 minutes, 17 degrees. Do you remember when the ascendant was at 17 degrees, 17 minutes? What happened in there? It was squaring 17 degrees and 17 minutes Uranus. Right now, Uranus, it's a 17 degrees, 19 minutes. But still, there is this square that goes on in there within Taurus from, and the ascendant right now, though, it's 9 degrees of Scorpio. Talking about Leo, Scorpio, Taurus again. Yeah, well, material possessions, growth, and situations. So you see these energies, you see the shadow work that it needs to be polished, reworked, redo. Old stuff comes out, maybe tears, healings, and so on. But if you look at it on the other side, there is a beautiful, beautiful two trines in there. They are just beautiful. The first of all, that is the fire trines. The fire trines are made between midheaven and Lilith with the moon, the sun, Jupiter, and Chiron. This is actually, you do that healing work within the side of the Leo. When the child grows, when the inner child wounds are healed, when things are expressed because the moon is in Sag. And actually, the work is done for the cardinal reasons because the Sun, Jupiter, and Chiron are in Aries. Okay, you get that fire from within. But there's going to go through a lot of tears and a lot of emotions. Why? Ascendant is in beautiful trine with Mars, who is in Cancer, and Mars is in trine with Saturn, that is in Pisces. And Saturn, it is a trine with the Ascendant. We're talking about you do the mystery, you tell the truth, you go within the shadow, it clears everything out, everything comes out on the surface. It took the fire to be honest from within. This is a two trines that actually is going to be helping from it. But if you go against the fire energies and you took the fire energies in the wrong way and the situations of Scorpio that wants a revenge, I don't see you. You're gonna have a rough visions inside, and those rough visions they're gonna come in because the moon is squaring Neptune, And at the same time, you're not going to get the love because Saturn is square Venus. So some people are going to have to go through the changes from themselves. So 10 o'clock, it's coming. Ascendant is at 21 degrees of Scorpio. Midheaven walks into Virgo. That is a pretty much the same energy when the Virgo comes in. It's kind of like, okay, all right, we are going to put everything in the right place. We're going to do the right communications. Everyone, just chill out, calm down, and so on. Who is not calming down? Your visions. I don't like what I see. I don't like what's going on. I don't like because the ascendant is in Scorpio. The ascendant that is in Scorpio is squaring Lilith, and it's opposing Venus, and it's opposing Uranus. This is the time when the aggravations, the inner aggravations, lead to self sabotage and lack of love. It's ouch. Yeah, you're gonna hurt people's feeling or your own feelings because of the aggravations. Midheaven, it's opposing Saturn. He didn't learn the lesson. Okay, he didn't learn the lessons. But the ascendant is in divine energies with the authority. You take the authority to heal the things from within you. Midheaven is a beautiful trine with the Sun, Jupiter, and Chiron. You see, everything counts. It's time. All it takes is you to put things in place inside of you. And at 11 o'clock, midheaven goes at 19 degrees of Virgo. There is this divine energies that comes in with an authority. You fix the authority from within. You fix the situations with the universe there. Ascendant is walking in Sag, and it's opposing Venus. Please, no bad messages about love, and don't send any nasty grams and so on and so on. You may didn't learn lessons in there. Maybe you should have learned lessons before. It is the divine energies with the North Node. You should look at it. The karma, what it's trying to tell you, what it's trying to teach you, what it's trying to, and so on, in the situations in there. Also, the midheaven with that divine energies that it's coming. That's the Virgo, the healing, the hospital of the zodiac signs. In there, it is actually helping you to heal the things from in you. This is gonna be for those who's doing that inner work. It's gonna be a beautiful time because you are going to bed with put everything in order. And you have nothing to worry about it, and you can go to bed with peace within your mind. If you don't have the peace in there, then the situations is gonna be really not good for you. But be careful how you go to sleep. All right, guys. So that's what it was, the astro gravitational report. Now, if there is some questions, I can take a few. If not, let's guys share us the love and the light, and you guys can come back tomorrow, and we are going to be looking at what the energy is going to be for it. Oh wow, CF, you've been hiding on the shadow, working maybe. Okay, but you're welcome for the report, brother. Was we had a great time today. Thank you. And that's what it is. Look at it from within you, do it with yourself, and respect. Respect to anything, first of all, from within you, and respect towards others. All right, guys. Love you so much. Let's share the love and the light. If there are no questions. Be love, guys.